And punters had quite a deal of success. In the first event, the favourite here was Sir Rival at even money.
Victory Joe now hooks to the outside. Keeling coming one off the fence. Should be pretty hard to beat with a clear run. Back in behind them, Michael Manley. Then Ken Rice from Colt Sebus and Times run out. On the turn though at the 250. Sir Rival 2 metres in front. Kotari Hunter is gone, followed by Victory Joe. Keeling now hooks to the outside, followed by Michael Manley. At the 120, Sir Rival 2 metres in front of Victory Joe. Michael Manley is getting a split and Keeling late on the outside. Sir Rival just in front. Times run out on the inside as flashing home and may have got up a nose. Times run out, may have bloused Sir Rival right on the line. Michael Manley may have run third, a nose to Victory Joe.
Well, the favourite Sir Rival hung on there at even money. Second placing to Times run out at 20 to 1 and third Michael Manley at 33 to 1, the margin being a half head. In the second, the favourite Valhalla Miss at 6 to 4.
Moonee began quickly. Wide out, Sammy Lowe is looking for the lead. Ali pitching and trying to hold them out. Looks like doing so just for the moment. Easing in behind them, Key Marty. Valhalla Miss is back on the rail and third last out of the straight as Sammy Lowe draws 4 metres in front and crosses Ali Pitchinen. Back in behind them, Key Marty working to third on the outside as Moonee. Racing 3 wide coming off the back into the back at the lap and a half mark and going forward off the track there is Tempest Neither. In behind them came Lyndon Rowan. 4 metres away, Spring Vance. Back in behind them came Valhalla Miss. A break of 3 metres to Haughty Lord. And back on the fences, Hal Lachlan. At the 1300, Sammy Lowe now steadied by a sulky's length to Tempest Neither. On its back in turn for the 1 by 1 as Moonee. Racing third as Ali Pitchinen. On its back in turn as Key Marty, followed by Lyndon Rowan. From last now, Haughty Lord is going forward off the track. In behind them came Spring Vance. Second last, Valhalla Miss. And a neck back on the inside as Hal Lachlan. Around the turn, a bit more than a circuit to go. Sammy Lowe just in front by a metre. Haughty Lord has gone up quickly on the outside. 2 metres away, third is Ali Pitchinen. Fourth on the outside, Tempest Neither, followed by Key Marty. Then Moonee on the outside. On its back is Lyndon Rowan. On the rail is moving up on the fence now, Spring Vance. Second last is Hal Lachlan. And 2 metres away, under a very good hold is Valhalla Miss. Out of the straight at the 850, Sammy Lowe a metre in front of Haughty Lord on the outside. Third placing, Ali Pitchinen. Working up as Tempest Neither. Back in behind them, Key Marty, followed by Spring Vance, and up on the outside, Moonee. Then Lyndon Rowan, followed by Hal Lachlan, and still last the favourite Valhalla Miss at the 650, about 20 metres off Sammy Lowe, half foot on the back the final time. He's just in front, Sammy Lowe by a neck. 2 on the outside, Haughty Lord. Ali Pitchinen racing third, followed by Tempest Neither. From last now, Valhalla Miss is going forward. Lyndon Rowan, though, comes out in front of her. Back in behind them, Key Marty. Then Moonee, followed by Spring Vance. Valhalla Miss will be 6 wide on the home turn. And 2 metres away, Hal Lachlan. Around the turn, though, at the 250. Sammy Lowe, 3 metres in front. Haughty Lord is flat, followed by Ali Pitchinen. In behind them, Key Marty, followed by Tempest Neither. Moonee making ground. Valhalla Miss is second last. At the 120, Sammy Lowe, 2 metres in front of Haughty Lord. Key Marty out of the pack is coming home all over the top of Sammy Lowe, though. She's grabbing the lead in the shadows of the post, and Key Marty has won by a metre and a half to Sammy Lowe. Third placing was Haughty Lord, just in front of Ali Pitchin and Moonee. Then Lyndon Rowan from Hal Lachlan. In behind them came Spring Vance. Second last was Tempest Neither, and the favourites run dead set stone motherless, Valhalla Miss.
Key Marty running home strongly at 4s to beat Sammy Lowe at 5s, Haughty Lord 33s, while Valhalla Miss, the favourite, finishing well back, as Brian said, at 6 to 4. In the third, the Country Clubs Cup over 1900, and here a great clash coming up between Power of Carome and Pride of Hillary, and Pride of Hillary was the favourite at 5 to 4.
Set on their racing, Pride of Hillary began quickly, so too did Spare Bow. Wide out as Fist of Fury from Glentucky. Farazan gets to 6 out of the straight, and from the pole, Brown Jumper leads. Power of Carome is second last. On the outside now is Moonee Playboy. They're bumping out of the straight, and Van Race now works up one off the rail to be third last as Pride of Hillary now takes off in the back of the 1650. He will now cross Brown Jumper in the back the first time, working up a Spare Bow on the outside, followed by Waikery Thor. Farazan works up to the 1 out trail in fifth, and there's a nice piece of driving. In behind them came Glentucky, who's going forward. Back in behind them came Van Race, 4 metres away, Fist of Fury. Then Power of Carome, and switching back to the inside as Moonee Playboy. At the lap and a quarter mark at the 1250, Pride of Hillary just in front by a metre. 2 on the outside, Glentucky, 2 metres away, third Brown Jumper. Spare Bow is working out to be fourth, on its back in turn as Farazan. Then Waikery Thor. 5 metres away, Van Race. Out of its gear there was Farazan. He broke up and contacted Van Race and flattened Power of Carome. Moonee on Playboy third last, and Sparebow also into a little bit of bother. Down the straight, a circuit to go. Pride of Hillary's had a great run. Varsalke's length to Glentucky. On the leader's back is Brown Jumper. Fourth on the outside of Sparebow. Waikerie Thor back on the fence, working up on the outside of Fist of Fury. In behind them came Farazan. Then Moonee on Playboy, followed by Van Race. And after being TKO'd on the turn for the bell, Power of Carome from last, about to hook to the outside. In the final lap at the 750, Pride of Hillary, he's held together by 2 metres to Glentucky. He's worked pretty hard. Third placing Brown Jumper. Fourth is Sparebow. Back in behind them, Waikerie Thor. Then Farazan going forward on the back of Fist of Fury. In behind them came Moonee on Playboy, followed by Van Race. And Power of Carome is last. It'd have to be Popular Arm. Off the back of the 450, Pride of Hillary 3 metres in front of Glentucky, followed by Brown Jumper. In behind them came Sparebow. Hooked to the outside now, Fist of Fury, followed by Waikerie Thor. Then Farazan from Van Race and Moonee on Playboy. And Power of Carome is last on the turn of the 250. And Pride of Hillary got away. He straightened up by 6 metres to Glentucky under pressure. Sparebow is getting to second, followed by Fist of Fury, Farazan, Brown Jumper and Waikerie Thor. Pride of Hillary 3 metres in front at the 80 and holding Sparebow and Glentucky. And Pride of Hillary driven right out, scores 2 metres to Sparebow. 3.5 metres away, third was Glentucky. Then Fist of Fury from Waikerie Thor. In behind them, Farazan from Van Race and Brown Jumper. Power of Carome's run second last, Forget the Run. And last in was Moonee on Playboy.
Yes, he's a top 4-year-old at his best. Pride of Hillary, 5-4, and favourite returning to some great form to beat Sparebow at 100-1 and Glentucky at 50-1. In the Homestead Stakes, the fourth race on the card, My Lightning Blue is the favourite at odds on.
Okay, they're racing. My Lightning Blue showing no toe at all from the pole early. Next door, Mighty Avenger began quickly. He leads early from Young Serenader. Family Good squeezed out for a stride, drops out to the tail. Rap Dancer going forward out 4 wide early. Young Serenader 3 wide. Devander now drops on the rail third. In behind them came My Lightning Blue. Up on the outside is Free Brandon, followed by Blazin' Romeo, Noble Gent, Family Goods, and 6 metres away, Verdale Low. Rap Dancer now heading off Mighty Avenger and in the back straight the first time. So My Lightning Blue now comes one off the fence to be third, and he's making up a lot of ground, My Lightning Blue. At the lap and a half mark, he works up to be second within 4 metres of Rap Dancer. At the 1300, easing for third now, Mighty Avenger, and fourth on the outside is Young Serenader. On the rail is Devander, 5 metres to Free Brandon, 4 metres away Noble Gent. After being caught wide, Blazin' Romeo drops out to second last. Third last is Family Goods, and 4 metres away Verdale Low. Around the turn for the bell, Rap Dancer's in front by a sulky's length to My Lightning Blue. 2 metres away third Mighty Avenger, and fourth on the outside is Young Serenader. Devander back on the fence, working up as Free Brandon. In behind them came Family Goods. He's 4 back on the fence, followed by Noble Gent. Second last on the outside, Blazin' Romeo, and back on the fence is Verdale Low. In the final lap they head. Rap Dancer just in front by 1.5 metres to My Lightning Blue. He's had to work pretty hard. He's working up a shade closer. Third placing Mighty Avenger. Young Serenader 1 out and fourth on the back of My Lightning Blue. In behind them came on the rail Devander, 4 metres away Free Brandon, the outside of Family Goods. In behind them came Noble Gent from Verdale Low, and last in the back is Blazin' Romeo. At the 550, Rap Dancer just in front by a neck to My Lightning Blue on the outside, is grinding away. Then Mighty Avenger, followed by Young Serenader. Free Brandon now hooks to the outside, 3 wide, followed by Devander. In behind them, Family Goods, followed by Noble Gent, Blazin' Romeo and Verdale Low. Around the turn, though, at the 250, Rap Dancer just in front by a neck. 2 on the outside, My Lightning Blue, who joins the leader on the turn. In behind them came Mighty Avenger from Young Serenader, Free Brandon, Noble Gent, Devander, Family Goods, Blazin' Romeo, Verdale Low. At the 150, My Lightning Blue draws a neck in front. He's going to be too good from in second placing Rap Dancer. Young Serenader is getting to second near the line. He's flat My Lightning Blue, but he's pretty good. My Lightning Blue wins by 5 metres to Young Serenader. 1 metre away third was Rap Dancer. Blazin' Romeo made ground for fourth, and flying home from Free Brandon, Noble Gent. Then Mighty Avenger, Family Goods, Devander, and last in was Verdale Low.
Yes, the favourite 2 strong, My Lightning Blue at 13-4 on. Young Serenader second at 33-1, and Rap Dancer was third at 20-1. And they were the first 4 races from the Valley, so punters were on top of things. 3 out of 4 favourites. In the early part of the card, we'll be back to take a look and see if their run of success continued after this break.
Simon.
Get from those chocolates, and I'm sure they'll be getting into them later. In race 5, the free-for-all, the last leg of the quadrella last night at Moonee Valley. Thorla Bell, the popular pick at 7-4.
Racing. Festival Summer began quickly. Adios Moth from the inside has broken up shortly after. Ombre Garçon now heads off Festival Summer. Crystal Glenmar works up on the outside. In behind them came Merrin's Choice, followed by True Burn. A break of 4 metres to Thorlo Bell. On its back is Pebble Hanover, followed by Gemma Linker. In behind them came Magic Madge. And after breaking at the start, 15 metres away, Adios Moth. Entering the back straight the first time, we have a new leader. Crystal Glenmar now in front from Ombre Garçon. True Burn works up on the outside without cover, and Thorlo Bell moves up to the 1-by-1 trail. In behind them came Festival Summer, followed by Pebble Hanover. They slacken off and tacking off and hooking off and going from last now is Adios Moth right around the outside at the lap and a quarter mark. He's coming right around the Adios Moth. He's now taking on Crystal Glenmar, but by golly, he's worked to get there. In behind them came Festival Summer. 4 metres away, the rail is on the inside, Merrin's Choice, followed on the outside by Pebble Hanover. In behind them came Magic Madge, and 4 metres away, Gemma Linker. They drop anchor. Around the turn, 1,000 metres to go. Crystal Glenmar's in front narrowly by a neck. 2 on the outside, Adios Moth. He's worked awfully hard. In behind them came True Burn. On the leader's back is Ombre Garçon. Thorlo Bell, 3 back on the outside. Every Chance, followed by Festival Summer. Moving up on the rail, Merrin's Choice, followed by Pebble Hanover. Second last, Magic Madge. And a metre back on the rail is Gemma Linker. Out of the straight, 800 metres to go. Adios Moth on the outside draws a neck in front of Crystal Glenmar, followed by True Burn. Then Ombre Garçon. In behind them came Thorlo Bell. The favourites 3 back on the outside and poised to pounce. In behind them, Festival Summer. 4 metres away, Pebble Hanover, Merrin's Choice, Magic Madge and Gemma Linker. Down the back, 600 metres to go. On the outside, Adios Moth, a neck in front of Crystal Glenmar, booting back. 4 metres away, Ombre Garçon. He now gets to third. Then True Burn. Thorlo Bell now goes forward out 3 wide. In behind them came Festival Summer, followed by Pebble Hanover. Merrin's Choice dropping out from Magic Madge and Gemma Linker. Around the turn, though, 300 metres out. Adios Moth draws a metre in front of Crystal Glenmar. Then Ombre Garçon running a cheeky race, followed by Festival Summer. At the moment, Thorlo Bell not going well. He's under a lot of pressure, followed by Magic Madge. At the 150, Crystal Glenmar fighting on. He's a metre to Adios Moth. Thorlo Bell late on the outside with Ombre Garçon. Crystal Glenmar hanging on though near the line, and Crystal Glenmar, too good, wins by a metre to Thorlo Bell. Maybe Pebble Hanover a nose third in front of Adios Moth, a giant run. Then Magic Madge, Festival Summer, Ombre Garçon, True Burn, Merrin's Choice, and last in was Gemma Linker.
Well, he ran his last 800 metres in 56.6 seconds, so it's no wonder they couldn't catch him. Crystal Glenmar at 20-1, Thorla Bell 7-4 and favourite, running home well. Adios Moth third, a big run at 9-4. In race 6 on the card, the favourite here was Aldershot at even money.
Racing. Mighty Scotch went away quickly with Bow Region. Romeo Gendon can't go the early toe. Aldershot gets to 5th on, settling down. Lasting Impression back on the rail. Cam's Joy began quickly off the second row. It's working up on the outside now, looking for the 1-out trail. Can't get there, Cam's Joy. And after starting from 7, she's caught 3 wide on Cam's Joy. Aldershot now works up to the 1-by-1 on the back of Mighty Scotch. In behind them, 4 metres away, Romeo Gendon. Back on the rail is Avant-Garde. Then Introspect. Back in behind them, Stephen. And 6 metres away, Compactor. Halfway down the back straight, Mighty Scotch on the outside is now taking on Bow Region for the lead. And he looks like crossing Mighty Scotch from Bow Region at a lap and a quarter mark. He does so. In behind them came Lasting Impression, followed by Aldershot on the outside. Then Cam's Joy. Back on the fence came Avant-Garde, followed by Romeo Gendon. 5 metres away, Introspect, followed by Stephen. And 4 metres away, Compactor. Around the turn for the bell, Mighty Scotch in front. He drops anchor by 4 metres to Aldershot on the outside of Bow Region. Then Cam's Joy, who's 1 out with the trail, followed by Lasting Impression, 3 back on the fence and pulling treble for the moment. In behind them came Avant-Garde. Introspect from the tail now going forward 3 wide from Romeo Gendon the centre. Stephen now tracking up Introspect, and 4 metres away, Compactor. At the judges' circuit to go, Mighty Scotch is 3 metres in front of Aldershot on the outside, is still going okay. A metre back on the rail is Bow Region. Going forward now is Introspect. The centre is Cam's Joy, and back on the rail is Lasting Impression, followed by Romeo Gendon, Stephen, Avant-Garde, and 5 metres away, Compactor. In the final lap of the 650, Mighty Scotch just in front by a metre to Aldershot the outside. Introspect is working up now 3 wide. Back in behind them, Cam's Joy held up, and on the leader's back is Bow Region. Then Stephen tracking Introspect. In behind them came Romeo Romeo Gendon, followed by Lasting Impression. 5 metres away, Avant Garde, and 2 metres away, Compactor. Off the back, though, 400 metres out, Mighty Scotch, a metre in front of Aldershot on the outside, about to be called upon, followed by Cam's Joy. In behind them came Introspect, followed by Bow Regent, then Stephen, Romeo Gendon, Lasting Impression, Avant Garde, and Compactor. At the top of the straight, Mighty Scotch 2 metres in front, Aldershot on the outside, starting to bridge the gap, followed by Cam's Joy. Mighty Scotch 2 metres in front, Aldershot trying very hard to pick him up from Cam's Joy. Mighty Scotch hanging on, Aldershot now lunging on the outside, Mighty Scotch and Aldershot has got there in the last few bounds and beaten neither Mighty Scotch or Cam's Joy. In behind them came Introspect, followed by Compactor, who made ground, then Stephen, Bow Regent, Avant Garde, Lasting Impression, and last in was Romeo Gendon.
The favourite arriving just in time, Aldershot at evens from Mighty Scotch 14s and Cam's Joy third at 7-1. The Ararat handicap was race 7, and the popular pick in this race was John Gilbert at 7-4.
Off. On the outside, Smart Feather began quite quickly. Looks like crossing Kai Valley Gift, and John Gilbert away nicely to 5th early. Alfetta gets to 3rd. Back in behind them, License, followed by Ramola Lass, who was a little bit slow to begin. In behind them is Count Decider. License is broken up, coming off the back straight the first time as Smart Feather leads. Leslie Ormond also hopped out of its gear. North Sea Rover, Admiral Aaron, and One Gala Supreme began fairly well. Sadie Gale is broken up now. In turn, dropping out to second last is License. Around the turn the first time. In front, Smart Feather narrowly by a metre. 2 Alfetta the outside, 4 metres away, 3rd Kai Valley Gift, and John Gilbert now works up to the one-out trail. In behind them came Ramola Lass, a break of 10 metres to Count Decider, 12 metres to Leslie Ormond, 5 metres North Sea Rover, 4 metres One Gala Supreme. In behind them came Admiral Aaron. Second last, some 12 metres away, then License, and 2 metres away, Sadie Gale. Out of the straight the first time, and Smart Feather in front by 4 metres to Alfetta, who drops on the rail for the trail. Third placing, 3 back on the inside as Kai Valley Gift, and up on the outside, John Gilbert. He's now racing to 3rd without cover. Count Decider on his back now works up to the 1-by-1, followed by Ramola Lass. She's racing 6th. A break of 5 metres to Leslie Ormond making ground. 8 metres away, North Sea Rover. 5 metres to One Gala Supreme. In behind them came Admiral Aaron. And 15 metres away, back in the field as License, followed by Sadie Gale, who's back at the tail. And at the lap and a quarter mark, some 50 metres off the leaders as Admiral Aaron now hooks to the outside. At the 1250, Admiral Aaron going forward off the track. He's making ground. He now works up to second within 1.5 metres of Smart Feather on the turn for the bell. So for the last lap and a bit, John Gilbert now eases for the one-out trail. Racing 3rd is Alfetta. 4 metres away, 3 back on the fence, Kai Valley Gift, followed by Count Decider. In behind them came Ramola Lass, followed by Leslie Ormond. A break of 5 metres to North Sea Rover. Breaking up once again, License drops out to the tail. Third last, One Gala Supreme, and 5 metres away, Sadie Gale. Out of the straight, nearing the 800 metre peg, it's still Smart Feather on top and left alone by 2 metres to Admiral Aaron. Racing 3rd is Alfetta, 4th on the outside, John Gilbert. In behind them came Count Decider, the rail is Kai Valley Gift. Then Ramola Lass is 4 back on the fence and held up. Leslie Ormond works up on the outside. He's 4 pairs back and some 15 metres off the lead in the back the final time. And now hooking to the outside. In behind them came North Sea Rover. 5 metres away, One Gala Supreme. Then Sadie Gale and tailed off License at the 450 though. Smart Feather tickled up 5 metres in front. Admiral Aaron flat. John Gilbert now hooks to the outside. 3 wide. He's running home fairly. Alfetta gets to second. Leslie Ormond wider out, not going well. Then Count Decider from Kai Valley Gift. Ramola Lass is held up from One Gala Supreme, North Sea Rover, Sadie Gale, and tailed off License. Around the turn though with the 220. Smart Feather 2 metres in front. Alfetta the danger on the outside, loomed up very quickly and going to better. In behind them, Kai Valley Gift, followed by John Gilbert, who can't go on. Alfetta though sprinted to the lead, 100 metres to go from Smart Feather. Kai Valley Gift from Ramola Lass in the centre, flying home, and Leslie Ormond late on the outside for the Miners. But Alfetta wins comfortably by 4 metres. Very tight for the Miners. Maybe Leslie Ormond second, a nose to Ramola Lass, a nose to Smart Feather, and Kai Valley Gift. Very tight for the Miner end of the spoils. In behind them came One Gala Supreme, who made up a lot of ground. Then North Sea Rover, John Gilbert disappointing from Count Decider, Sadie Gale, Admiral Aaron, and last in was License.
Yes, Alfetta at 9-1 taking out the money, driven by Graham Lang. Kai Valley Gift was second at 50-1 in a great go for the Miners, and Ramola Lass third at 9-2, and Leslie Ormond was disqualified. In race 8, the first division of the qualifying stakes, Neat led the favourite here at 5-4.
In behind them came Scottish Tour. 4 metres away, James Wells, followed by Brasumba, Satan Romeo, Hoofbeat and Fume. Around the turn, though, at the 300, just in front as they straighten up for the run home, Ararat's Boy. By neck 2, Neat Lad on the outside. 4 metres away, Asian Johnny, followed by Scotty's Tour and James Wealth. At the 150, Ararat's Boy, a metre in front. Neat Lad on the outside as Flatty can't pick up Ararat's Boy for the moment. Asian Johnny getting the third. Ararat's Boy, a neck in front. On the outside, Neat Lad is lunging. Ararat's Boy and Neat Lad has got up right on the line and beaten Ararat's Boy. Third placing Asian Johnny about 3 metres away. Then...
Yes, it was a tight one, but the favourite got there. Neat Lad 5-4, Ararat's Boy 11-4, and Asian Johnny at 7-1. In the final race on the card, Skipper Bray the favourite at 2s.
Off the back, 400 metres to go. Skipper Bray a neck in front of Beaumontier under pressure. Here's Goulburn Action out 3 wide, coming at them quickly. Then Tamara Valley 4th and held up. In behind them, 4 metres away, Bay Gaze from Waning Dollar. Scotch List can't get a run from Pacing Capatina. Crafty Lee last and second last, Peninsula Boy. At the top of the straight, Goulburn Action has quickly got to Skipper Bray. Then Tamara Valley out in the clear and making ground. She's sprinting quickly. Goulburn Action a metre in front. Tamara Valley on the outside, coming home all over the top of Goulburn Action in the shadows of the post, and Tamara Valley wins 2 metres to Goulburn Action. A metre away third, Scotch List, who flew home.
Tamara Valley at 6s rounding off the program to defeat Goulburn Action at 7-2, Scotch List at 16s, and Skipper Bray the favourite unplaced at 2-1. As we look at the doubles from Moonee Valley, the extra pair of ones $5.45, the daily double on 5 and 7 $25.15, and the quadrilla on 1, 5, 1 and 7 $243.20. Brian Markovic, your commentator last night at Moonee Valley Harness Racing. And that's just about it from World of Sport Replay this morning, but World of Sport coming up. And we have a very big show. We'll be talking to Gary Willits about the Japan Cup. And also a little later on in the program, we have some very interesting guests, including, of course, Gus Mercurio, our regular boxing man on World of Sport. And he'll be talking about that rather controversial decision in the Lester Ellis-John Sekula fight on Monday night. And after that, of course, Lester announced his retirement. So we'll be talking to Gus about that. But we have lots happening on World of Sport. Lou Richards, of course, will be along with all the footy gossip, and we'll be taking a look in depth at the tennis, the Davis Cup between West Germany and Sweden, with Sweden now going to a 2-1 lead after the first 2 days of competition. And Colin will be looking at the Davis Cup in depth on World of Sport very shortly. And of course, the South Australian Men's Open final coming your way at 2 o'clock this afternoon between South African Eddie Edwards and Australia's Peter Doohan, who will be attempting to win his second consecutive Adelaide Open. South Australian Open from Memorial Drive here on 7 at 2 o'clock this afternoon. That's all from World of Sport Replay. All my gear from Opal Southland. Do have a very happy and healthy Christmas, and we'll look forward to seeing you shortly.
World of Sport Replay was another 7 Sport presentation.